Hello and welcome to AWS Certified Solution Architect course. In this video, we will discuss some practical aspects of S3 and we will do some hands-on on S3. So let's click on the service S3. So first of all, we will try to create some bucket and upload some files into it. So we will create a bucket with name test bucket 1812 and we can select a region where the bucket will store. So this is the bucket we have created. Now let's see what are the features and properties of this bucket. So we can see the owner is having some alphanumeric number. It's a very big number that is the owner of this S3 bucket. The region, the bucket name, creation date, all things are mentioned here. Now the permissions. So since I have created this bucket, so I will be having all the permissions. See here, I have list, upload, delete, view permissions. However, I can add more permissions and give permission to other users as well for this bucket. Apart from that, we can use static web hosting. That means we can create a website, create a static website, and we can host it inside our S3 bucket. Next property is logging. So we can create logs and store it in some target bucket. The logs will be having all the changes, whatever the changes that are happening on the bucket or uploads or downloads, all those will be logged and will be saved into the target bucket. Then events. So if we want notifications for some events, so then we can just select the events here, what kind of event we want notification for. We can select the event, like I'm selecting here for delete, prefix for what kind of objects we want the notification, suffix, and then we can create a SNS topic that will send notification to the owner and will inform that this event has occurred so that he will be aware of all the changes that are happening on the S3 buckets. Apart from that, versioning. So as we discussed, versioning will allows you to preserve, retrieve, and restore every version of every object is stored in this bucket. And if we enable it, it will help you to restore your objects if when they are deleted or some older version of objects. So we will do a practical of this in the next video. Life cycle will allow you to segregate your data on the basis of frequency of access, as well as you can set the data to transfer from one storage class to other storage class, and you can get rid of data. You can transfer the data from one storage class to another storage class depending on the usage. So this will also we will do a practical in next video. Now the cross-region replication. Cross-region replication will be used when you are hosting some application or some site which will be accessible across multiple regions. So in that case, you need to maintain a data consistency across multiple regions. So you have to you have to replicate the data from one region to another. For that, we have to enable cross-region replication. To enable cross-region replication, there is a requisite that is enable versioning. So we have to enable versioning if we want to enable cross-region replication, because versioning will help to maintain the consistency of data across multiple regions. Now tags, we can add tags to our S3 buckets for segregating the particular type of buckets, so that we can do through tagging. Then requester pays. So if we want a requester, so whoever is requesting to upload or download the data or do a data transfer, so if we want, in those cases, if we want the requester to make a payment, then we can enable this option here. Transfer acceleration. This is another form to accelerate acceleration and make data transfer fast. It will make the transfer 300% faster, and it will only charge for the performance improvement. So even we can use the comparison tool to estimate the performance improvements by region. So we can use this if we need the data transfer at a high speed. After that is storage management. So this is another console which is will be used to manage the storage components. So these are all the properties of S3 buckets. Now let's see if we are, let's click on this test bucket and let's upload some files onto the bucket. I'll click start upload. The file is uploaded. Now, if we go to the properties of this file, we are getting a link. So as we discussed earlier, that every object in S3 will have some URL so that we can access it from the browser as well. So we will open this link from browser. But what is this? We are getting access denied. Since this object is not publicly accessible, so if anybody try to access this through the URL, he will get access denied error. Access denied. So what we'll do, we will make it public and try to access it through browser. So it's asking, are you sure you want to make s3testfile.txt as public? Yes. Okay. So now again, let's try to access this. See, this time we are able to access it, but we have not written anything on this file, hence we are not getting any information. But even if we refresh this one, we will be able to get the same blank screen. That means we are able to access this text file. So this is for now. In next videos, we will discuss about versioning and lifecycle policies. Thank you for now.